Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from Hamilton in New Zealand. My name is Stephanie Still, and our gorgeous friend from Pai here in Northland. How are we today, Karen?
I'm absolutely good.
Absolutely
magnificent.
good.
I've been having fun and games with my electronics, Mercury in retrograde,
Oh,
so we won't go into that. Don't need to
Yeah.
manifest more coming to me. So
that answers the question that some of you will have on your mind, where we were yesterday, being the 19th of May yesterday, and that's because electronics are going, yeah, no, don't want to play. I ain't playing today. Day off. Especially that prompts you date off. So we are now doing the reading for May the 20th. Excuse me. Raked up my leaves in my garden the other day, Karen. Spores everywhere. Oh, my throat. It's all good. So, guys, I have pre-packed a quantum card for our reading for Friday, the 20th of May. And quite aptly so, the card that has stepped forward is Soul and Luna. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm just going to share screen, and so it can be seen in its full glory. Hang on.
Stunning.
If this works, it'll be interesting. Oh, yes.
Yay!
There we
Fabulous.
go.
Fabulous. Right, guys, the Soul and Luna. Now, first of all, it's a very powerful number 22, but I want to read you out the written word that was created by our beautiful Karen when she first earthed this essence back in 2015, because excessively relevant for what's happening in the energies of today. So this essence is totally different from all other previous 21 essences that you've been introduced to over the last few days and read it with or a couple of weeks now with the readings. It was created in 1915, Canada. How old were you?
Yeah, well,
How
it could have been
feel?
1915. It's so different. I mean, you know, if you think about our lives, how very, very different they were in 2015. It could be 1915, really. Yeah, it really could. Yeah.
There's never a true word spoken, can I tell you? It's just the seven years since this beautiful essence has been earthed.
Wow.
The world is not the same by any means, but we'll digress. No. Let's get back on the subject. So this beautiful essence earthed in 2015, during a time where there was a major shift in humanity and growth and so forth. And gosh, I look back on 2015 and 2012 and 2014, etc. That period of years, and we thought that we were growing then. Man, we have been on a projectile straight to the moon at foot warp speed ever since. It's just got faster and faster, steeper and steeper and steeper the incline since then. So we're all feeling a little bit sort of like, what the heck, over the last year or two, with all the shifts and changes, and nothing's the same. We're not the same ourselves individually. People we know are no longer the same. Relationships we have with people are very different. People that we were very close to 5 years ago, we haven't fallen out with them per se, but we don't recognize them anymore, energy-wise or their personality-wise. And other people who we've, you know, had no relationship with 4 or 5 years ago have moved in. It's very much like a coming and going and ebb and flow, and the infinity symbol just pops into my mind. We're just going around. But as we're going around and as we're feeling excited, worn, torn, beaten, regretful, happy, joyful, etc., all the wave of emotions, and emotions are coming through steeper and more, what's the word for it? Acute? More acutely now. You know, people are finding the depths of despair are really the depths of despair. The height of emotions are really the height of emotions. Whereas we used to have this curve like this, which was when we thought we were really doing a lot of awakening and growing back in the days, humanity was stepping forward. We're now doing this, and the crash is big, and the fall is deep, and up we go again. It's like, just as we come down one side going, what the hell's just step of room on the next roller coaster run back out. It's just never ending at the moment. So good old Soul and Luna has just come through to help us to feel grounded, but connected to the universal flow. So that what I've just described there is the universal flow, absolutely on steroids.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling tired, guys, there's a reason. If you're feeling battered, there's a reason. Be kind to yourself. Be very, very kind to yourself. One thing that has become more aware and more apparent to me over the last few days is the need to return to joy over and over and over again, and to be very conscious of the fact that you need to put yourself in a position where you keep the light shining for you. So you could call that being selfish. I don't. I call it being self-serving, and that's actually a positive thing, because if you don't serve yourself first and make sure that your cup is full and you're looking after yourself, and you become empty and depleted, how the heck can you help anybody else? You have to serve yourself first. So with what over the last few days, with all this masses of things that's been going on, I keep reminding others who I'm helping, which in turn reminds me as well. Turn your music on, guys. Get back to dancing around in your office. Get back to booking on down to old discotheque music. That's an old word. Discotheque music from the 1970s. Crank it up. Get Crowded House going. Get Split Ends going. If you're not in New Zealand, look up Split Ends. You know who they are. You know, listen to the Eagles again. Go back to the music that used to make you feel joyful and happy to be alive. Remember those summer days? Those summer days when you're a kid and you're rolling down the road with a, here's my age coming through, guys. If you don't know what this is, look it up in a dictionary. With a Walkman attached to your ears, yeah, and you used to boogie on down to, who do you used to boogie on back down to? Give me a name, Karen. From England. Who was the group in England that you boogied on down to?
Oh,
ABBA.
Lordy.
ABBA.
T-Rex, that was early 70s, that one.
Oh my
Slade.
The
There's
Carpenters,
loads.
guys.
Mugs, all of those ones, you know, there's so many that they're such fun. And I think, you know, the music as of late has been quite depressing, really. So I think you're right. I think the earlier the better. And also when we look at raising our frequency, Stephanie, which we've been talking about a lot, is the frequency of the music prior to the 70s was logged in at a much more positive frequency to the newer music. So it's a really good idea to get old recordings if you've got them. If you've got old vinyl, they will have a different frequency to the ones that have been remastered. So just remembering that.
Yeah. So carry on.
Yeah. So just remembering that, and as you say, singing to yourself is good too. You know, because
yeah, absolutely.
The vocal frequencies of self is like, even if you can't sing, even if you think you're tone deaf, everyone can sing. So, you know, it's just a matter of toning your voice and just enjoying it. And like the old saying is, dance like no one's watching, sing like no one can hear. You know, all of those things is a vital thing. Now, I'm not going to go on too much about that, but I'll just bring you back to today's herb, and I think this one came up either yesterday or not yesterday, the day before, or the day before that. It's Oregon grapefruit. Now, this is only the second time that this has come up, and bear in mind we do have 44 herbs, and it's interesting how they're commonly coming up. But Oregon grapefruit, as a physical herb, is an amazing blood purifier, helps with your blood sugar regulation, but as an essence, it's all about loving self, deep acceptance of who you really are, and it also reduces a sense of attachment to others and assists in the understanding of the practical aspects of self-nurturing. And it's a really, really important component. You know, it goes beautifully with Sol and Luna about it's not selfish to look after self. It's not selfish to take some time out and just be you. And I think we can all learn that lesson, really, because we've been sort of indoctrinated as to if you're not busy, you're not achieving, you know. So, yeah. It's not
beautiful.
true.
What a lovely combination once again. So today, Friday the 20th of May, please remember, raise your vibrations, dance like there's nobody watching, raise the music up and sing like there's nobody who can hear you. It doesn't matter whether you sing in tune or not. It has this amazing magical potion on you and your heart. Let's focus over the weekend, guys, because this is our last daily card reading for this week. So I invite you to focus on this weekend to raise your vibration higher, 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 and higher still. Eat the right foods, laugh with the right friends. If you're not laughing with some friends, find some friends you can laugh with. Watch comedy, leave the horrors alone. If you're reading books, don't read Stephen King for a while. Read the ones that make you feel warm and fuzzy, and you know, or comedies, but be very selective of what media you expose yourself to over the next few days. Make sure it's going to bring you joy. Make sure it's going to bring you laughter. Make sure it's going to raise your vibration up. dance like there's nobody watching, sing like there's nobody singing and listening, and raise your vibration up. Be protective of your vibration. Allow yourself to feel that love, feel the peace, feel the harmony, and feel the joy. Because from that point, and only that point, from that pinnacle, from that platform, can you then turn around and help others to reach the same level that you're at.
Absolutely, and that's a beautiful point to stop. I feel, Stephanie. I think, yeah, wonderful.
Have a fabulous weekend, guys. We will shoot one long, in-depth, what do we call them? Deep dives, I think we call them. I can't remember what we call them now, readings for the weekend. But if anything else, just laugh, 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 sing, 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 dance, dance, dance. Enjoy the weekend and just allow yourself to live high, be happy.
Love self.
We'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Lots of love. Bye.